sentences one never expects to actually hear in real life. What's your sign comes to mind. That's really annoying, by the way. Don't ever ask girls that. Girls, don't ask me that, because we're not bonding over that either. Just because you're born the same month doesn't mean I really give a fuck. What's your sign comes to mind. So does wow, what a satisfying televised political dialogue and exchange of ideas I just saw. Might you hear such things in a lame Hollywood movie, or in the douche fantasy world of some C-list starlet or Meghan McCain? Sure. But not in real life, right? Oh, not so fast. Don't you know who I am? Was exactly what I heard uttered by a sloppy, fat, smug, and ridiculously rich and famous blockbuster film director the very first movie premiere I attended. Was he for real with this? Yeah, apparently so. Sure, I had been warned about Hollywood with its egos and excesses and egos, but still that hadn't prepared me for the sheer openly assholic behavior of many of its less classy denizens. How does one even answer a question like that? And is it meant to be rhetorical? A linguistic lasso deployed to rope you into their sadly screwed up existence? I don't know, who knows? All I know is this is what popped out of my mouth upon hearing the question. No, I'm sorry. Okay, yes, I lied. And you know what? It felt great. Of course I knew who the son of a bitch in front of me was. Anyone who sat through a billion-dollar popcorn movie in the past 10 years would, but I sure as hell was not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that what I knew, that he actually was really fat in front of me. Was really gross. The other time you ever been in front of somebody that has such a big ego and you look at them and you think, if you have such a big ego and you walk around, don't you think you'd like get onto a treadmill like once or put down the carbs like for a second? Or just run. Surgery's really extreme. Alright, yeah. Okay. So basically I knew who he was, but I wasn't going to let him know and give him the satisfaction of knowing that I knew, much less fawning over his tubby little self. So I lied. If it hurt anyone, it was this guy, and he clearly deserved it. Sure, he'd earned a bit of, fuck you money over the years, but did I give him a license to douchify? Oh, I think not. No, I'm sorry. That flicker of panic and his squinty eyes made it all so worth it. Cut to a few months later now. By then, I had settled into life in LA, and by settled, I mean I was still renting a couch for $400 a month from a pair of selfish and fabulously gay cousins who hearted wearing my new expensive heels until the seams burst. That's true. Luckily, I was busy with my career and going on regular auditions, which got me out of the house a lot, and that's also where I met most of my new Hollywood friends. One such friend was this nice, blonde Midwestern guy named Jim. One night, Jim invited me and a bunch of other actors out to a movie premiere. I jumped at the chance. Have you ever watched a Discovery Channel documentary on cheetahs, say, or animals living wild in the jungle? You basically have seen what a Hollywood premiere is like, so congratulations. It's a mad scrum where the Hollywood correspondents wield microphones like sharp claws and attempt to corner and feast on the flesh of the more powerful lions and tigers and bears. Oh, hell yeah. It's actually pretty exciting, with all the glamorous people craning toward the frenzied paparazzi who flash away, the cameras just popping lights until it looks like a scene out of Raging Bull. It was, well, elbowing my way into the crowd that I saw Jim and flagged him down. He told me he was working on a new movie and invited me down to the set the next day. Perfect. Well, almost. Jim worked as an assistant to Mr. Do you know who I am himself. Oh, fuck. I had thought a movie premiere was exciting, but it's got nothing on a movie set. It's really amazing. I pulled up to the set the following day and took stock of the scene. We were inside an airplane hangar, meant to look like a gorgeous beach house. Movie magic. Yeah. The lead actress, she's small and busty. A-list walking paparazzi bait. Hid behind enormous shades. So did the male lead, a guy who had parlayed an incredible, successful TV career as a bumbling charmer into a film career playing bumbling charmers. I made a mental note to call my mom as soon as possible, as she absolutely adored his work. And, holy crap, here he was, totally talking to me. Or at least he said hello and flashed a blindingly white smile. That was a hell of a lot more than the lead actress had done to acknowledge me. Well, I have to say, in fairness, she had sent a flurry of mental daggers my way when I'd overheard her asking my assistant, or the assistant, if any of the other pretty girls on set were prettier than her. Actor dude, by comparison, seemed so human, so normal. He even wanted to speak with me a little bit more. It's really sweet. Hey, come here. Can you give me a water? And it's Fiji, room temperature, but you should know that by now. Okay, he thought I was his assistant. Really? He talks to his assistant that way? What an asshole. And then, not wanting to cause a stink or mess up the shoot, I bit my tongue and ran off in search of this stupid bottle of water. Jim helped me get over the whole horrible incident by bringing me down to Video Village, where all of the most important people on the set hung out. Suddenly, I was sitting with the director. Yes, that director. The producers and the script supervisor. Who the hell was I? This was so fucking cool. I mean, you're sitting there, no one else allowed there, and you're just right there. Then the love scene they were shooting started, and cut! Yelled the director as he hopped off his chair. Okay, okay. The scene needs more goddamn romance. At which point he waddled over to the lovemaking bed, undid his jeans. I could already sense that those must be the hardest working buttons in show business. And proceeded to dry hump the actress, literally, in order to demonstrate what he believed was the missing level of romance. The poor thing, her face sparkled with the sweat falling from his second or third chin. When he finally finished the assault, he barked, "Let's say 20! I'm pretty sure it would take a lot longer than that for his child to recover from the trauma. The crew dispersed, production assistants fondled their walkie-talkies, key grips wandered off in search of a quick beer, and craft services prepped for the ravenous hordes to lunch. Jim was out of his head busy, so he asked me to deliver a diet plate to the director's trailer. I was eager to help a new friend in any way I could. "No problem," I chirped. No way I could have known how wrong I was. I knocked on the screen door to the trailer, and when no one responded, I tiptoed in. No one was around, so I gently put down the high-fiber, protein-rich, calorically correct plate of food and turned to go. That's when I noticed an already mauled additional plate of grub that looked like a meal made to feed most of the hungriest parts of Africa. A half-eaten tub of lasagna, a mangled basket of garlic bread, other chewed up carb bits, and then also the loneliest untouched plate of vegetables ever prepared for a gluttonous bastard. God. The whole thing was just, ew. I shuddered and began tiptoeing back out of the disaster zone that was his trailer, and then I heard, "Why so fast?"